What's going on, guys? We're running it back with another replay, and it's gonna be a mirror match between Kislevite armies, but the composition is actually pretty different between the two. And it's very interesting to see mirror matches, in my opinion. I really like them. I think there's a lot of interesting tech options in mirror matches, and honestly, maybe more of an emphasis on more obscure units because they, ironically enough, perform better into their own faction than against others. Scarbrand is a pretty prime example. Scarbrand is pretty terrible in most matchups. He's really not that good into any shooting factions. He's okay against Undead and Demons of Chaos, but in the Khorne mirror match, the entire matchup centers around Scarbrand and what he can do if he's on the field. I don't know how it works for the Kislev mirror match, though. I'm interested to see if Suga's Patriarch, Narskia Lesa, and Ice Witch build is going to be able to do some good damage. We got Death Frost, so we're going for a character sniping build. These three characters are going to be moving up to the number 1, looking to box the Horse Archers off a bit. Horse Archer Corps for Empire, who's got the Druzhina, who can always replenish their ammo. Oh, it doesn't have restock. I actually brought Blessed Helm and Tull's Judgment and Cursed Frontier too. Going for the buffs to the missile strength more than anything, as well as some damage mitigation. Which I honestly don't hate. I mean, the Horse Archers are going to be very effective at poking down these Kislevite warriors. Suga is going for a much more immobile build, and going to be trying to anchor on 2 points, while Empire is going to be trying to break this infantry-heavy formation up, and then try and bounce between strong points, like just controlling outside objectives. If your opponent rotates to retake one, you just rotate where they left. Playing very cagey like that. It's a good strategy. The spells are also very different between the two. Like I said, just Death Frost for Suga here. Then you got Hailstorm, Hawks of Miska on the other side, with Freezing Wind passive, which is going to be a good speed debuff. Little Grom trundling out, Suga getting it set up on the high ground. A lot of damage going down on the characters. They really are struggling pretty badly. Beautiful pack trap, by the way, from the Wolfhearts, but the Wolfhearts don't get a volley off before the Lord rallies, but here they go. Beautiful damage on the Ice Witch. A little bit slow in the reaction to get away from here. She is going to be able to squeak out, though. And the Patriarch has the Solyax and should be able to heal her up. Hopefully she doesn't die here, though. She's getting hounded relentlessly by the Horse Archers here. Oh my god, and the Wolfhearts get one last volley on her way out. Barely falling short on the shots here. Look at the Druzhina. Snow Leopard and Narskia. Able to pummel this poor lad here. Druzhina getting hammered right now. Druzhina's a great character, but he does struggle against like really high tier combat characters. He's really just there to like ride around and fire his anti-large bow a bunch. And then in the late game, he can go in and finish off beat up characters because he does have like fairly good melee attack and good AP weapon strength. That's really what I prefer to see him do. It's gonna be a trade on the Lords here. The Druzhina actually rallies while the Ice Witch gets broken at the last minute here again. Narskia Lesa, I thought was aware of that fact, does figure out that this guy has rallied and is gonna be bulldozing her way over to try and take him down to size. He could run. He's got a chance of escaping. That time has rapidly run out, though. Takes a wicked shot there, and then ends up on the ground dead. Big loss for Empire. Suga, though, losing his Lord is honestly a little more painful, because that was the magic that he had available. Frost Maiden of Tempest drops a really nice hailstorm. We get the frontline fight going off with Kislev warriors fruitlessly grinding into the armored Kossars here. Maybe moving in a little too soon. You got the little Grom out. You can get up here and just pound away for a little bit against Empire's main force. You've got some good targets. You've got armored Kossars here. Zargard are a good target for little Grom. Hitting the Griffin Legion is another very cost-effective target. Beautiful shot there. Killing about 6 of the Zargard with one fell swoop. Look how far away this thing is. It's got crazy range. 420 meters is pretty great. And unlike a lot of artillery pieces, little Grom is very accurate at any and all ranges. As long as the unit doesn't, like, move when the little Grom has fired, it's pretty much guaranteed to get a really nice accumulation of value. Suga's own Griffin Legion out on the field, countercharging here and getting a lot of damage in against Empire's Griffin Legion. Not a lot of infantry support for Suga's units, though. You can see the Kossars with spears pushing in. You can see some armored Kossars there as well. Suga is trying to pull out, struggling a little bit, and a beautiful Hawks of Miska going in. Breaking leadership on the armored Kossars, and proccing their Buyer of Blood when they still have a decent amount of HP left. 71 models and 3,200 health. Rapidly dwindling. Zargard in here, doing what they can to try and clean up this fight. Holding for quite a long time. They got really good leadership. Obviously, Buyer Blood, they've got it as well. They usually are going to basically be unbreakable as a result. It's very rare that Zargard rout before they're like down to like 10 models and 500 HP or something. A good hailstorm here, getting a decent amount of value. Empire is getting a pretty dominant value lead at this point now. Kind of proof in the pudding that the mirror matches tend to be a little bit more oriented towards the like the mobility side of things. Like good skirmishers are able to like really poke back your opponent's aggression. You can see the Horse Archers doing a pretty good job of hammering the Winged Lancers. They killed the Lord as well. And now it's just going to be a matter of Empire needing to kind of hold out here. You are losing a lot of infantry, though. Should have a chance here, maybe. The Things in the Woods are getting a really nice flank off. Griffin Legion are really healthy. And while the Winged Lancers did take a little bit of damage, they do get a really nice charge off into the Horse Archers and the Kossar Spears. And while the Spears are fairly effective at poking down Winged Lancers having 80 armor, means that the damage that they're going to be taking is very slow in the works. And really not that impactful for an extended period, I would imagine. Snow Leopard is very vulnerable to Winged Lancers because they are very, very good at poking down unarmored monsters like this. They pile into combat really nicely, and they actually get about 800 value already, which is damn good. Another brilliant Hawks of Miska going down. But it looks like Empire is kind of losing the edge here. Things in the Woods get a really nice flank off. And a full collapse on the middle position here with a breakthrough for Suga, and the Streltsy hanging out on the number 3. Going to be able to hold it away from the Zargard for quite a while. Look at the Snow Leopard. Snow Leopard lowering the speed on the Griffin Legion. And the Watchman in the Night really not too far behind, kind of chasing them down. You do get the kill on Little Grom. That's a really brutal loss for Suga. But the Griffin Legion doing a great job of bouncing around. The mobility has been going in the favor of Suga the last few minutes. Ever since the Horse Archers kind of like ran out of ammo, a lot of them have gotten unsummoned as well. It really didn't give much of a rebate back to Empire. Empire's going to have to be very careful about the summons now. Druzhina returns to the field. Suga just doesn't care about the magic, obviously. I can't really even fault him for that, because the Death Frost really isn't very effective here. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of great targets. You probably want to bring, like, 1 or 2 other spells. Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket. That's, like, the only thing that I could recommend to Suga. Give yourself a little bit more leeway with what kind of flexible magic you can bring. The Watchmen of the Night able to get on the number 3. The Streltsy are dying to all this pressure, but they did pull everything off of the point. Which does mean that Suga is staying comfortably out of triple cap range, and just continues to find good fights with the Things in the Woods and these Winged Lancers. I got 1,300 value here. Armored Cossars with 700 paying for themselves. Things in the Woods up trading pretty nicely. The Wolfhearts with 1,400 value have done great work this game, but the speed and the punishing cavalry charges that Suga is throwing around right now are looking to be a little much. Kossovite Dervishes moving in, getting a good attack in on the edge of this Armored Kossar unit, getting a good surround on them. This is absolutely crazy. Oh my god, I really did not see Suga getting back in this one. But it's been Winged Lancers and Things in the Woods just putting in the work so far. They've done an excellent job of dragging down all of Empire's heavily armored infantry that were holding that middle objective down, and even doing some good damage in the mobility game. Winged Lancers get into the middle of the Wolfhearts, should be able to run them down with that Glorious Charge active for that extra duration. They'll probably take them down to like 1,500 before they rout off the field. Buyer Blood procs finally losing their nerve a little bit, but still very comfortably holding in. Yeah, the Wolfhearts, man, just trickling down more and more. There's one Griffin Legion, there's one beat-up Zargard left. Watchmen in the Night getting some pretty effective value for Suga, but off the point and does allow Empire to get the cap there. We get the Lord resummoned for Suga finally. Okay, looking to bring her back in. I just don't know what she's going to do. I mean, you're going to kill the Jujina again. That's really the only thing that you can cast your spell on right now. Death Frost on Dervishes? Okay, actually, I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. I mean, if you use that on the Griffin Legion, then maybe it would be better. The Griffin Legion do get caught by the Things in the Woods. They are not going to be able to countercharge, nor are they going to be able to run away. Things in the Woods are quick enough to be able to keep pace with the Griffin Legion. If they start running away, Things in the Woods are tired, but they will have their charge bonus going as they're pursuing. Should be able to keep a good handle on those guys. And a Frostworm coming out for Suga. Big late game terror-causing monster. Huge choice for the late game here. Going to be very good. With the Snow Leopards at killing the cavalry that Empire might be trying to bring in. Empire just doesn't have an answer to the big monster. And that's always a really scary position to be in. You're like looking around the battlefield, you're like, okay, I mean, I can deal with Things in the Woods. I've got some horse archers, I've got cavalry. Should be able to eventually grind them down. And you look over and you see a giant collision attack having anti-large AP, heavily armored monster with frostbite, and you're just wondering, what am I supposed to do against that? There's literally nothing I can bring to be able to value trade into it. Good timing on the hailstorm. I mean, literally hitting the Watchmen as they're going right into the middle of it. 1,300 on the Frost Maiden, very good value from her. Jujina left to his own devices, though, he's not going to escape from here. His speed being debuffed down to 55. You've got the Snow Leopard and the Frostworm in here, chipping away at him. The Ice Witch also has Frostbite, and she's a little bit slow on the horse. But as long as the Snow Leopard's able to stay right behind this guy, should be fairly easy to continue engaging onto him. Snow Leopard gets a good shot in there. Empire does grab the low ground, the number 1 objective taken here. Suga can't leave the points, really. Empire is back in the saddle, like, back in the lead. Suga, I think, actually does need a triple cap here, because the tickets, yeah, oh my god. Very, very close. But with how long it's taking to grab this number 2, I think Empire can bunker up on 1 objective and win this game. So close in the value trades. Armored Cossars trotting over. Griffin Legion charging down the Kislevite warriors, who are getting hammered a little bit here. Spear Cossars getting rear charged by the Frostworm. Frostworm getting some good damage in against the Griffin Legion as well. Bam! Smacking down with that big tail. It's got this really cool animation that reminds me of the manticores from Age of Mythology. When it like whips its tail forward and it like shoots out these ice spikes. It's very similar looking to the attack animations on that monster. Looks so good, man. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, Kosovo Dervishes gonna capture the number 3 unless Suga brings something out to get over here. Or they're holding on to the number 3. They're cleaning up some units out here. Suga could push this with like a Winged Lancer. Get 1,000 gold. Bring it out of the spawn zone back here and get up on that 3rd objective and just go after the Dervishes. Deathfrost hitting these guys again. Another circumstance where I think you would be better off using it on like the opponent's Griffin Legion. Oh my god, Suga is able to get the number 1 back, but no movement onto the number 3 just yet. Winged Lancer's finally coming up. Oh my god. Are we going to see an anchor in the late game? Zargard are motoring over to the number 3. You have to send the Winged Lancers right into the Zargard there. The Griffin Legion have to get up on this point. I think there was too much of a commitment onto the number 1. I think that you just didn't leave enough time for yourself to be able to hang on to the objectives here. You got movement on the number 2 here, with Empire doing a great job of bouncing between points and hanging on to the caps while still maintaining a close series of trades. Is going to be taking this game away, walking away with it, in fact. Wow, not able to cap it, though. Oh, not enough time, though. Oh, my goodness. Razor close victory here. Empire going to be taking this one. But Suga was in it till the end. I think maybe a little bit more awareness on the ticket situation. Bringing out the Armored Kossar over here instead of onto the low ground. When you had the Griffin Legion responding out there and the Frostworm. They were doing a good job of cleaning that point up and could have capped it alone. Having an infantry unit to be maneuvering over onto this high ground point definitely would have made it a little bit more doable. Might have just been a little too much to ask. So the Ice Switch, the magic was just really ineffective. Norsky Alesa got some good engagements and killed the Druzhina, but just ran out of room to maneuver around, so little unfortunate there. Really well played by both sides, though. Good value on quite a few of these units. Good consistent value trading from pretty much all of Empire's units. You can see the Horse Archers did amazing. This one got 1,600 value. Crazy biz. Kossars got some respectable work done. The Zargard were solid. Griffin Legion were okay. Snow Leopard was alright. No Little Grom there. Little Grom going down for Suga was also pretty bad. Keep that alive, and maybe you also have a little bit more of a doable matchup here. That's going to be it, though. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And I will be seeing you guys next time. So, take care. Peace out.